Well, most Americans are struggling hard to overcome the hardships of the recession. The profits of national banks continue to rise. JP Morgan is among those cashing in, and it's a contract to process food stamp payments that's helping it on its way. RT's Marina Portnoy find out how many of the rich are benefiting off the backs of the poor.
Americans are generally known for their healthy appetite. Some eat what they crave, while others, like Gabrielle Gemma,
can't use the food stamps here for meat. Too expensive.
Only eat what is affordable.
Is there a way to give me $2 worth?
Yeah, just pick
of
out,
these?
Yeah, pick out like 4.
The 61-year-old is unemployed and maintains a monthly food budget of $200.
That's a lot.
Gabrielle is among the 43 million Americans relying on federal food subsidy.
Here's what they call an EBT.
The electronic benefit transfer card allows food stamp recipients to spend their allowance. The plastic lifeline for the hungry and unemployed is also a moneymaker for JP Morgan Chase, the largest processor of food stamp benefits in the U.S., meaning an increase in food stamp recipients equals more profit for the investment bank.
Every time I use my debit card, Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, in this case, make a little, money off of my transaction. JP Morgan is responsible for the fact that I'm unemployed. So it doesn't surprise me that every aspect of this program and everything else has been privatized.
JP Morgan Chase provides food stamp debit cards in 26 states and the District of Columbia. The firm is paid per customer, and in the state of Indiana, JP Morgan makes roughly $186,000 per month. Critics say the investment bank is making a fortune off American poverty.
As long as the unemployment rate remains high, as long as families are struggling, there's sort of this perverse incentive for JP Morgan Chase to continue to benefit off of high unemployment. And they're living up to this perverse incentive because in many states, they're actually offshoring the jobs related to processing the food stamps.
To save money, JP Morgan has been routing benefit card customer service calls to India, where employees reportedly earn no more than $3.50 an hour. Meanwhile, in the U.S. abyss of economic hardship, nearly 14 million Americans like Gabrielle are unemployed. Bailed out to the tune of $25 billion in 2008, JP Morgan has bounced back, reporting a $17.8 billion profit in 2010. The same success can't be said for the people. 40% of food stamp recipients are working Americans, unable to keep up with the cost of living. Marina Portnoy, RT, New York.
Michael Preisner from the newly formed Party for Socialism and Liberalism in the U.S. believes banks that place the burden of the crisis on ordinary Americans are the only ones to blame.
What's happening is there's a budget deficit. There's an economic crisis. And there's a budget deficit because of the banks. This is a crisis that we know was created by Lehman Brothers, by Citibank. This is a crisis created by the super rich. But what's happening now is that there's a demonization of public sector workers, of steel workers, of teachers, of nurses, as if they are the ones that created the crisis, as if it's somehow their fault. Now, the burden of this crisis, this burden of this budget deficit, is being shouldered on working families, the people that need help the most, while the millionaires and billionaires who created the crisis are experiencing record profit. And the argument of all these right-wingers and Tea Partiers around the country is their argument is in support of those multimillionaires and billionaires who contribute absolutely nothing.